I'm here today with a good friend of mine, Todd Gursslin, and we're going to talk about his mind maps. Where do you want to start talking about your mind map, Todd? Thanks. I don't know. I know that music. I mean, like, when I look at Gardner's theory, the first thing that I really can relate to is music.
Wait. I dig classical music, but that's not exactly the kind of music I'm talking about.
I guess you like that heavy music. But Todd, tell me, I thought you actually played music. Why don't you tell me a little bit something about that and how that works into your multiple intelligence? Thanks, Todd. Yeah, I think I've always thought in ways of music. Even when I'm in the car and I turn the turn signal on, I find myself sitting there, and it'll be going tick, tock, tick. I'll be at a red light, tick, tock, tick, and I'll find myself going tick, tick, tock, tick, ticky tock, doom, tick, doom. So yeah, I always think I've kind of thought in ways of music. Interesting. Okay. Well, since I see you driving, I guess it'd be a good time to ask you about your interpersonal skills. How are your interpersonal skills? I think that I have excellent interpersonal skills. I seem to get along with everybody.
Come on, turn. Man, you stink.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, how are your interpersonal skills at work then, Todd? I think they're really good, actually. I work at Blockbuster, so I have to deal with customers all the time, and I feel like I'm really good with the customers.
It's not even rewound. What the heck? Come on, people, we're closing. I'm trying to get out of here. Go home.
Hey, what did you find, like all the worst footage of me at work, or what? Hold on, I got one for you. Watch this one, would you?
I'm pleased to help you. I'm here to serve you, sir.
Wow, great customer service, Todd. Nice. Since we're talking about interpersonal, the next thing would be to talk about intrapersonal. Intrapersonal. Um, Tell me how you feel about interpersonal. Did you hear that ding? That was my email. Great. Why don't you ruin my video? Email. Interpersonal, Todd. Um, I think that I acquire some good as you say, personal skills. I, to get serious here for a moment, at one point, my life wasn't too good, and I found a program, a program that has really helped me find my intrapersonal skills. So I really try to be aware. I think that's the key to having interpersonal skills is to be aware, and through these interpersonal skills, by fine tuning those, I believe the rest of the multiple intelligence, I have a better chance with the rest of them if I fine tune my interpersonal skills. Thanks. That was a great question, though, Todd. Thanks. Wow, that's great. Actually, I found a some footage of you in a prime moment of your practicing your interpersonal skills. Come on, come on, let's go take a look.
All right, so let's go and let's check him out in his practicing his interpersonal skills.
Wow, it really looks like you're working pretty hard on your intrapersonal skills right now, Todd. Good job. And now a quick interview with Mr. Howard Gardner.
So, tell me, Howie, how do you think schools are incorporated with your theory?
We have schools because we hope that someday when children have left schools that they will still be able to use what it is that they've learned. And there is now a massive amount of evidence from all realms of science that unless individuals take a very active role in what it is that they're studying, unless they learn to ask questions, to do things hands-on, to essentially recreate things in their own mind and then transform them as is needed, the ideas just disappear. The student may have a good grade on the exam. We may think that he or she is learning, but a year or two later, there's nothing left.
Wow, Howie, that was interesting. I have another question for you. How do you feel about memorization in schools? How do you feel about children having to memorize information to pass tests?
If, on the other hand, somebody has carried out an experiment himself or herself, analyzed the data, made a prediction and saw whether it came out correctly, if somebody is doing history and actually does some interviewing himself or herself, oral histories,
totally agree.
then reads the documents, listens to it, go back and asks further questions, writes up a paper, that's the kind of thing that's going to adhere. Where if you simply memorize a bunch of names and a bunch of facts and even a bunch of definitions, there's nothing to hold on to.
Well, that was exciting, wasn't it?
It was.
So next, let's get into verbal linguistic. You sing for a band, so there must be some kind of verbal linguistic processes going on with writing music and lyrics. Why don't you share something about that? Yeah, I've been writing lyrics and music for some years now, and I feel that I'm smooth on stage. I really feel like I shine through. So I'm very educated and fluent on stage. Yeah, I feel real manly on stage. Fascinating. Does being on stage all the time, does that ever get to your head? Does it ever kind of blow up your ego? I've never really thought of myself as a rock star. I've always kind of stayed humble. Right. Next, let's get to logical, mathematical. Oh, let's not. Okay. Next, let's get to bodily kinesthetic. You're a fine specimen, so I'm sure you've got a lot to say about bodily kinesthetic. Geez, thanks. Compliments are always nice. Yeah, it takes me, it's a lot of hard work to maintain this body right here. It's a lot of hard work. One of my most active muscles that I've got is my mouth. Yeah, it's constantly. Kinesthetic. It's very my mouth is very body smart. What does that mean? I don't know. Back to you. Excellent linguistic skills, Todd. Next, let's talk about nature. Last but not least, how does nature work into your multiple intelligences? Oh, nature. There's nothing like being outdoors.
Oh, I'm freezing.
I really do feel like I'm in a Zen type of moment when I'm outdoors doing outdoorsy things. I really do feel like I go out of my way to have a relationship with nature. How you doing? Very informative. This brings me to the end. And now it's time to go do homework that I really don't want to have to do. Peace.